Hey traders, hope everyone is doing well. So market can be a bit tricky, a bit challenging whenever we approach end of the month, end of the first quarter in 2024. Keep in mind that there will be also Easter holidays, so certainly there can be some lower volatility, some position adjustments will occur, and this could obviously impact the price action. But specifically, we want to take a look on the S&P 500 versus stocks. So if we first look at VIX here, which is known as a fear index, then you can clearly see that VIX is approaching this lower range. So it looks like that stocks could be moving into some resistance, because if there is no fear involved, it means that market is maybe overconfident that price will continue to rise further. But then, as you know, because market moves from pessimism to optimism, the opposite can occur. So just be aware that there can be some spike in fear, and this would cause a potential pullback down on stocks. In fact, if you take a look here on the S&P 500, you can clearly see that on an intraday time frame, we are coming out of this triangle. So I assume that in Elliott wave terms, we are in a fifth wave. So final leg within the current bullish cycle that we are tracking. So if there will be some corrections, then of course this will have some bearish impact on cryptos as well, or at least cryptos will stay sideways. Okay, another indication for this potential sideways price action on cryptocurrencies, but by the way, that's just temporary within uptrend. Okay, it means that current recovery could slow down before market makes another push to the upside on cryptos. And one of the reasons why this maybe it's it would not be good to ignore, because here on Nvidia, what we are seeing is still an ongoing wave for consolidation. We have seen some pullback first leg here back 2 weeks back or so. Then market stabilized. I was watching this carefully. I thought that maybe we will breach the new high, which would allow to for cryptos to finally break, maybe like with Bitcoin back above 70,000. But what we are seeing over the last 2 days is that Nvidia is coming back into this range, or in since start of the March actually. So in my opinion, this wave 4 correction is still in place. So that's still part of an uptrend, but I'm just wondering if maybe we can retest slightly lower levels around 1800, 1820. That's very beautiful, very nice support area down there that could show up after ABC subwaves. Okay, so if that would be the case, if really we are going to trade slightly lower here, okay, on Nvidia, especially if, as I said earlier, there can be some reversal patterns, reversal price action because of holidays, because end of the month, end of the quarter. Then, of course, if those prices will come to the downside on stocks, even Bitcoin as well could either stay sideways or maybe even come back to retest the recent swing lows. So even Bitcoin could be a little bit tricky at this stage if stocks are not rising significantly. If dollar is coming maybe suddenly higher, then, as you know, this could cause some limited upside on cryptocurrencies as well. But overall, I definitely expect that at some point even this Bitcoin will breach the new once again to new all-time highs. We are just consolidating here. It could be consolidating further here around these previous all-time highs. Okay, so maybe that's one of the reasons, because we are so close around these highs, that maybe this straight move to a new high will not be just straight away. Okay, it could be something more complex, but generally speaking, I still think that whole price action, even if it becomes more complex here, away from March highs, will still be corrective and part of an uptrend. The only question is if this wave 4 has already finished here or can be a little bit more complex. I certainly think that this more complex idea for a more complex wave 4 could come in play if we drop back towards 67,000 or so. Then certainly this could be the case, especially if at the same time, as I said, even stocks would pull back. If stocks will just stay sideways or maybe even slightly higher by the end of the week, then I'm sure that even during Easter holidays, cryptocurrencies, and during weekend, cryptocurrencies could attract some new buyers. But there's clearly some bull bear fight going on around 70,000, and as I said, with Nvidia pulling back, just be aware that maybe there could be um, some delay before we may see a new all-time high here on Bitcoin. Traders, I hope that you enjoyed this video and talk to you soon. Bye.